This week, Earlene Bohannon talked with special guests Shannon, Stull, and Amy Haynes from Brandenburg City Hall to talk about the first annual Brandenburg Pumpkin Walk.
Hey guys, this week it's just the Earlene show. Stephen is out of town. He is somewhere. I think he's even out of state. I'm not sure. But we didn't want to miss the opportunity to have a show for you guys. So this week it's the Earlene show. And my guests this week are from City Hall. We've got Shannon Stull and we've got Amy Haynes. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit. I know that you guys have probably heard us talking about a pumpkin stroll. And I'm assuming the pumpkin stroll is the brainchild of you and David, Mayor Pace. Is that correct?
Mayor Pace brought it to my attention.
So Mayor Pace, and he's proud of it because I've been a couple of places that he's been, and he's brought it up, like the chamber meeting and a few other things. So this is going to be the first annual Brandenburg Pumpkin Stroll. And I've been to the one up in Louisville at Iroquois Park. I'm assuming that's a little bit of his inspiration.
Yes, for sure.
But it was crazy. I know when we went, we had 3 or 4 children with us. And we went, and it was just like ooching along because it was so crowded.
Yes. And
which is good for them. You know, I'm really happy that they've gotten that popular and people come from all over to go there. Mm-hmm. And I know we made a big deal about going, but how fun to have it right here. And I know. And Buttermilk Falls is a perfect trail to have it at.
It's beautiful.
So go ahead, tell me a little bit about the beginning and how you guys came to this.
So it was just the brainchild of the mayor. He just thought it'd be a really cool way to bring the community together. We do have other events, but this was just something that we needed to take advantage of.
Right.
We have a beautiful trail that we have many people that work on to keep beautiful, and we really wanted to give a reason to showcase that trail. And not only that, but just to bring the community together.
Right.
And just celebrate the changing seasons from summer to fall and just get people out together as a family.
And what exact days is it?
It's going to be October 24th and the 25th, so a Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
So from 5:30 to 6:30, anyone with disabilities or maybe anyone who just may have a hard time to walk will be able to come down and you can try to walk it yourself. We will try to have something there that will be able to maybe maneuver you on, like a golf cart or something like that, so that you can also have the opportunity without all the extra traffic to walk it, so that you can also enjoy it. And then from 6:30 to 10 on Friday night and Saturday night, it's open to the general public.
Okay.
So
and it's no cost.
No cost. It's no cost.
That's wonderful. So where are the pumpkins going to come from that you're going to use to line?
So David actually reached out to David Craycroft.
Okay.
And the arts teacher for the high school. And he's going to get a group of his students. And there's probably going to be around 60 to 90 pumpkins that they're going to bring. So I'm really excited about that because they'll be able to showcase their work. And I know the school system could be very proud of that.
Sure.
We also have the general public can bring in pumpkins. And we're going to have a time on the 23rd from 5 to 7:30 that you can come downtown to carve pumpkins. We do have just a lot of amount of pumpkins. So if you do have pumpkins or more people, please bring your own pumpkins.
BYOP.
We do have paint markers to provide, but we won't provide the carving tools.
So really, if a family wants to come, let's say it's a mom and dad and 2 kids, if they want to come, they should bring however many pumpkins that they want to carve and donate to the path.
Yes.
And then they should probably bring their own carving supplies and things like that, right?
Yes.
What about candles and things?
We ask that you bring maybe the battery operating, obviously the T votives that have the remote control. So if you can provide that, that would help us out tremendously.
Oh, I bet, because we could go.
We also have a limited supply of those, but we're not sure how long their battery
In
life
case
is.
you forget, but if you can, that way we can make sure that everybody's pumpkin is just
and not only that. So if Eddie and I were to run over to Hobby Lobby or something like that, they sell them in cases, and they're not that expensive.
Right.
And so, I could see us definitely bringing it down, using it for our pumpkins, and then leaving whatever we have because, we don't want any of the pumpkins to be black, to not have a light in them or anything.
They want to shine.
Right. And also, we want the general public to know this is our first time. So
It's a learning curve.
It's a learning curve, and we all need to show some grace to the mayor and to the city and to Buttermilk Falls, and as we figure this out. But I'm thinking magic. That's what I'm thinking when I imagine. I'm thinking the trees will already be either already turned or turning. Some of them will be bare, so it'll have that really eerie look to it. And then I'm just trying to picture it, because I know. I was excited. I'm a former teacher, and so I was excited with the snake being down there. Every time the rock snake, I'd go down and look at it, and the longer it got, the happier it made me. But can you imagine being there in dusk and dark and seeing these pumpkins?
The children are going to be really excited
to
be able
so
to do
excited.
that, to bring their grandparents and their parents. But I also think that this gives parents and grandparents just a little nostalgia, and you get to see excitement in your kids' eyes, your grandkids' eyes. And I just think it makes for a beautiful experience and something that hopefully from this point forward we'll be able to carry out and let families enjoy.
So. I mean, I can see this being an annual event.
For sure. And I think it'll get longer and longer
I do too.
as people start.
I do too.
Yeah. And I think one of the greatest ideas that kind of Shannon had that we threw out was she mailed out to businesses and said, hey, if you want to make your own display, we would love for you to bring that.
Idea.
So I know that she's had 4 or 5 already reach out that say they're going to bring all their own stuff. They're going to be lit, everything.
Oh yeah.
But then you also get to showcase your business as well as the opportunity to walk the walk.
Oh yeah. So. I could see that happening. I mean, this morning I just grabbed the stuff out of the garage, and I was like, let me just drag all this down there. And this is the kind of stuff that I'll normally take to a trunk or treat, or like if we're going to have a party somewhere. It's just stuff left over from my teaching days. And I wanted to bring it because I thought this would be fun for us to have out here. Yeah, very festive. And now, so there are some people who are a little bit resistant, doing really scary pumpkins and things like that.
So we're not on board with the scary.
Yeah.
We want to keep this as family-friendly as possible.
Right. And that's what I was going to say.
We want it to be a joyous experience.
Right.
Just pleasant.
Right. I mean, each year we host a pumpkin carving party. And then some people will just, I had this family come one time, and it was funny because they brought pumpkins. And there was 3 or 4 in the family. And they went through the whole routine, slicing the top off, emptying the guts out and everything. Well, he had a drill, and he had this little thing on the drill, and he just went around the pumpkins, all of them, and went zzz, 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 and he created all these little holes, and it made like a lantern, and it was just gorgeous. Cool. Yeah. And when they put them all together, because they had different sizes, it was
fun?
Oh, it was beautiful.
So much fun.
And he said, we'll probably leave this out all the way through Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Because it didn't have that Halloween vibe, but it definitely had that autumny vibe. And he said, we don't really carve pumpkins per se, but I wanted my children to participate in this and wanted them to have the opportunity to feel the, that, and
that's the worst part.
I know. So, I guess I'm assuming that you guys are going to think about that. Like, what are we going to do with the insides of the pumpkins when we pull them out?
Fully prepared for all of that.
So
we're going to have some picnic tables, some trash cans, everything we should need
to clean up. Yeah, that'll be good. So, what about when November 1st or 2nd? What do you think? Will farmers come to pick up the pumpkins?
So we just asked, since this is going to be a Friday and Saturday event, that on Sunday that you can come in if you want your pumpkins back to come back, and we'll get them loaded up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, it really does sound like a win-win. It really does.
I think so.
Now, some things that will happen, because it just does. This is Meade County, Kentucky. The trail is in the woods. The first night, we're going to have some visitors. There'll be some raccoons and deer and squirrels that are going to be like, for me?
Yeah.
You made this just for me? And they're going to nibble on some things stuff like that. And I think that's okay. Yes, but we're just to expect it. Well, I'm excited. I think it will be a really wonderful night, 2 nights, I guess, for the families. Do you have any plans to have like a food truck or anything like that out there?
We've actually been tossing that around. Okay. That's still something that we're working on to see. And we're not sure if this year, we just want to see how this might all flow and how it might all go, and then how we can start incorporating different things into the event itself.
Right.
But it's not off the table.
Okay.
We do have several on the list that have called and confirmed that if we do decide that we want to go on with that we can have that. So we will let you know closer to time if what our
well,
decision
even if not, there's 3 businesses
Right
very close,
there is,
right
yes.
there, and
Yes.
you know they could either eat there or they could
absolutely
grab
Bring it with
it and
them.
bring it down with them
Yes.
and bring a blanket. You know, I mean, there's so many opportunities. This could be a date night.
It really
This could be a family night. This
Youth
could
group
be
outing.
That's right. It could be something where people who don't really want to participate in the pumpkin carving, you just come and watch.
Yeah.
You just be a part of it. And I think that would be. I think this is definitely going to be an addition to our city, to our county. Hats off to the mayor for thinking of this. I think this would be really good. If somebody is watching this and somebody is thinking, I don't know how to do this, and some people may not. So I'm just going to go ahead and say what has worked for me, and then if somebody wants to use any of these ideas, they can. So what I've done when we've had a bunch of pumpkins to carve for our own parties is I went around to like Goodwill or the local thrift stores or whatever and got anything to carve with. You know, knives, old spoons, you know, things like that. I've gotten those things, lots of Sharpies work really well. Even just an ink pen, as long as you don't want the ink pen back. So, but lots of times I've bought these things also at thrift stores. And then that way you can draw on it before you do it. And then I've also noticed that people tend to be very friendly. You know, so you may not even know the person that's carving beside you, and they will, you're over there struggling, and they're like, let me help you with this. At Dollar General, Family Dollars, whatever, any of those places, even if you're not very artistic, they have those paper things.
Yep.
And you can stick that to your pumpkin.
Mosh.
Yeah, I mean, there's so
Well,
many
they have
things
like
you can
patterns that you can cut, draw out. Yeah. Makes it so much easier
Just
for
get
people that aren't
Right.
artistic.
Well, and even people who don't want to carve at all, maybe they just want to paint.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying. We bought some paints because some people don't want to
Some
carve.
people don't want to do that, and especially little kids.
If you have little hands.
Yeah, they get a lot of fun.
But we
in it.
really want to be able to display those little hand
Well, and you can get the lights that have batteries on them, and they actually do last a long time. I've had battery operated lights last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And so since it's just a 2-night period, that would be good. And so they could put that pumpkin on there and, you know, just put the lights around the bottom and it'll still glow.
Yeah.
So,
kind of we were thinking too that possibly the painted ones we could do towards the entrance.
Yeah.
Where we
Oh,
do
yeah.
have electricity and can have some spotlights and ways to showcase those.
Smart.
Because once you get back in there, the electricity becomes a little scarce, a little harder to get to.
Right.
So we thought, you know, we're going to have a big blow up over the entrance, and maybe that would be a great place to just display the painted ones so that they also get to be seen.
What is the kind of the goal? Like, how far back on the trail are you hoping to go to the bridge? Or
we would like to go that far. Yes.
Yeah.
We would like to go that far. And I know that we have plenty of businesses. We've had several reach out to us so far. And we've had several youth groups, which is a really cool idea as well. So I'm hoping that with the businesses sponsoring and setting up displays, we'll be able to space them out a little more and give people a little more time just to enjoy being on the trail itself.
Right.
So I think it'd be really cool if we can aim for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is a win-win. I know I said that already, but I'm sitting here thinking of all the possibilities, and I'm just feeling a little giddy and happy about it because anytime we can do anything, you see the spirit of Meade County come out. You see the spirit of Brandenburg shine. You know, whenever we have parades, when we have the downtown Christmas, you know, this will be another event. You know, it like in the spring when we have the Little League parade and you know, any of that kind of stuff.
It's a nice break from life.
It is.
And it's conveniently working a little bit in conjunction with years ago when we first put in the campground, the city would sponsor a campground trick or treat. Well, it kind of got to where the people that camp there every year, they just do that themselves.
Right. That's
so they are actually going to have trick or treating on the Saturday night in the campground. So that will extend.
Yes.
You know, the people that are walking the trail, you know, come in your
pop over
costumes, pop over there,
Yeah.
do
That's
some
a
trick or
wonderful
treating.
idea.
Works out perfect for them, and they love it. Like Some of them have told us they buy candy months in advance to be prepared
Oh,
because,
no.
and I've actually
getting
camped down
ready.
there during
Oh,
Halloween
yeah.
and ran out.
Oh yeah,
So.
I sent Eddie to Sam's earlier today, and he said, "Well, how much?" I said, "Just all, just get it all,
a bunch. Yeah.
Just get it all." We need it for the offices, we need it for this event, and I didn't know we were having trick or treating, so
Yeah, the campground will have, and I think they just put a flyer out. And like I said, the city doesn't even, we don't even have to do it anymore. They kind of do it amongst themselves.
They
We used to have a
create their own
chili
event
cook-off
page.
and all of that, but they just kind of, it's literally almost the same 15 to 16 campers every year.
well, this
but,
is kind of the easiest party you can have.
Yeah.
It's outside.
Yeah.
You already know it's gonna be messy,
oh yeah.
so you don't have to get all like dressed up for
The weather's going to
everything.
be nice.
The weather's gonna be nice.
Nice.
We're gonna stand on that promise.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Surely this rain will be done.
It will. It will. And this weather will cool things off enough just so it's kind of got like a
The
little
cozy feel.
brisk chill.
That's right.
That's right. So let's just recap. It's a BYOP, so we want people to bring their own pumpkins.
Yes.
I have found that when you buy the little tiny pie pumpkins, they don't carve very well
They don't.
because they're really and I know they're
very
cute,
firm.
but those are the kind of pies you want to buy if you're going to paint.
Right.
Like if you've got a little 2-year-old and you want them to participate, I'd get the little pie pumpkins or even the itty bitty glory type pumpkins. Then you can get the bigger pumpkins for carving. And I'm just going to shout this out there because I love Kevin and Rhonda. There's pumpkins that can be bought at Kroger and at Save-A-Lot and then lots of different groceries and things like that. There's people who pull up along the side of the road who sell pumpkins. You can go to Sam's or you run over to Indiana to Walmart to get it. But also you can just run over to Robert's Family Farm. They have bazillions of them. And so you can just run over there and get it. And that's good. You want to bring something to carve with. Well, first, before you think about carving, you want to bring something to make a design with. Unless you just want to freehand it, which some people do. Then bring ink pens or Sharpies or, just something like that you can use. There will not be electricity available for the carvers, correct? Correct. I mean, I don't want somebody to show up with a 1970s electric.
Right, no.
Right.
No.
No, they'll need
It's
no
gonna be
hand
hand
carving.
carving.
Yeah, we got it. Or if you're going to decorate, like I've seen people take pumpkins and decorate them with hair and,
And even if they don't want to come down to do it, and they have one at home they've already prepared,
bring it.
if they're single family, just bring it on down that night and we'll make sure we get it out for you.
Yeah. Okay. And then if you want something to eat, that's kind of up in the air at this point,
Right.
but you do have options.
That's right.
And so just be creative, bring a blanket, bring some chairs. We want to spread out everywhere and just really enjoy ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that sounds great. We can't wait to see everybody there.
I know.
And we hope it turns out great, and we'll just hope for the best every year.
I want to thank both of you for taking time away from your day to come over
Thanks
here,
for having us.
hang out. We will get this in our print newspaper. We'll get it online. We'll show this so that people know what to do. If they have any questions, where should they call?
So you just call City Hall. Call 270-422-4981. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, and anybody that answers be able to help
I was
you.
going to say, can anybody answer?
Anybody can help you.
Okay, super. And what time on Thursday can they show up down there to work on pumpkins?
It'll be from 5 to 7:30 on Thursday
And then
to work on your pumpkins.
okay, and what time will it start on Friday and Saturday?
So Friday and Saturday it'll be from 5:30 to 6:30 for those with disabilities or who don't have the
Physically
strength to walk
Right.
very well.
Yeah.
And then from 6:30 to 10 for open to the
On
public.
both nights. So, and I want to say this too, because I'm pretty sure it might come up, but let's not have any bicycles,
No bicycles, no skateboards,
Yeah.
no roller
Scooters.
skates.
no electric anything.
Right.
Yeah, it's a stroll. We
That's
want
right.
to keep that in
Take
mind.
your
It's a
time.
stroll. What about if a parent is pulling a wagon with a kid? Is
Or
that
a
okay?
stroller,
okay.
those would be
Okay,
fine.
okay,
yeah.
those are fine.
Yeah.
So we just want to be considerate of all people
Absolutely.
involved. So I think that's about it. Is there anything else that we haven't shared?
Just
I
know
don't
that
think
we're
so. Come out
excited.
and have fun.
That's
All right,
right.
guys. Thank you so much. Once again, we want to thank Shannon. We want to thank Amy. And this is Earlene Bohannon. This is the Earlene Show this week. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for watching.